Okay, I made it. I think I made it. All right, let me put the chat here. There we go. All right, you guys hear me okay? See me okay? Well, that's one way to open the chat. Nyquist75 says, here for dongs. Oh, all right. You know, you do you. Okay, folks are here. They can hear me just fine. A bit last minute. I was doing some work that I needed to finish before I could tune into the stream. Fortunately, I made it on time. And also, there was a chance that my apartment complex would be shutting down the power for like an hour and a half. Thankfully, they didn't need to do that, so I got lucky today. I actually could tune into the stream, because otherwise, yeah, I would have been out of power. But lots of folks saying hi. Appreciate you all being here. Volume's currently muted, because I don't feel like we need to hear this. I guess we'll put this on just to have something in the background, I suppose. Michael Blue says, YongYea's favorite word is egregious. I do say that word a lot, to be fair. Oh. You guys shown something?
Located Baby Eagle.
Oh, we're just getting shown the trailer we've already seen. So yeah, very curious as to what will be shown at this event. Is it strictly Resident Evil 4? Is there more? I mean, they're calling it the Resident Evil Showcase. So there's probably going to be multiple different things shown at this event, but mainly I think they're going to focus on RE4. I believe that's what I've heard.
Guess you, me, picked the wrong spot to vacation, eh?
Patronos Natio says RE4 for the win. I love RE4, so I'm excited to see what they can do with the remake. I mean, visually it looks... I mean, RE Engine puts in work. It's already looking gorgeous. It's got that sense of familiarity. A lot of visuals. You're like, oh, I know, I recognize that.
Now.
But the graphics have been improved dramatically. And obviously the gameplay is going to feel, well, just a lot better. Hopefully the remake doesn't stray too much away, too far away from what made RE4 special.
The pain. Even for a second.
The Anomaly, oh, Super Chat says, Helena Taylor as Ada now, LMAO. That's not the case, is it? No. That's just a joke, I hope. I sincerely hope RE4 doesn't get dragged into
I'm not sure if they are
one of those dramas.
Resident Evil fans.
Yeah, we're only 2 minutes out until this thing...
But I spoke with some of my co-workers who like Resident
until this
Evil.
thing's shown.
Unlike all those years ago, over the past few
Michael
years...
Blue says, how's that VA for that new game going, Yong? Well, one thing you should note is that voice actors can't talk about the games they're involved in until after they come out. First of all, I don't know exactly which game you're talking about, but secondly, regardless of what it is, if it isn't out yet, I can't tell you anything about it. I can't,
Evil 7.
you know.
That was amazing.
I'm under NDA
Wow, thank you
the
so
projects
much.
that I'm
It
in,
was
so
insanely good. Ever since Resident Evil 4,
I cannot leak anything.
for me,
I
the
cannot
best
hint
one
at
has been
anything. I
Resident
cannot
Evil
say
7.
anything. I can't
Seriously?
confirm
I
or
played
deny
Resident Evil
anything.
7, but I haven't
I
tried
can
out
only
Resident
just
Evil Village.
keep my mouth
Someone on my
zipped.
team who's been playing RE for a long time also praised Resident Evil 7 highly.
Riley Bork says, I love the professional VA they have for the translations.
So I asked them which they liked more, RE7 or RE Village, and they said
They keep it
RE
pretty
Village.
Whoa.
neutral
I'm really
sounding
happy to hear
and
that.
pleasant to listen
When I asked
to
them why,
while
they said that
expressing
even
just
though
enough
RE7 was great for the horror,
of what the subjects are saying.
Resident Evil has always really been lacking when it comes to continuity with previous games. That's
El
why
alumno
they,
de
as a
atrás
fan
says,
of
love
the
from
whole
Norway,
series,
Young. From Norway,
liked
man.
RE Village.
Well, hello
Which makes
to
it
all
feel
the
like
folks
a
from
true
Norway who might be
continuation
tuning
of
in.
the series. A lot of fans have probably been feeling that way
Marsha Dude
recently.
Gaming says, Lady D only fans.
Probably in the past 4 or 5 years, I'd say.
Wonder if they'll have more
Since Resident
Dimitrescu
Evil
to show
7,
at this event.
Focusing on horror was good.
They're probably going to
When it came to
highlight
directing,
Resident Evil
as with other titles,
Village
Each director
VR,
did their thing,
which I
and they
don't
brought
think
out
is out yet,
something
is it?
great for each game
Oh,
by
let me
adding
see.
something special for each of the titles.
Resident Evil Village VR release date. I
That has
forget
been
when
the
that's
case
supposed
for
to come
all
out.
of the franchise titles. There are some players who became the fans of the brand regardless of one feature.
I don't
or
think we have a
another.
release date yet, do we?
But something
Yeah,
that
there's no
cannot be
official date yet,
achieved
so
if the brand is still young, like 5 to 10 years
I'm sure they're going
old.
to highlight that a little bit.
I was once more reminded of how big RE is as a brand.
Polar Dog says, breaking news, Yong is in God of War Ragnarok. That is true, actually. I do play the Berserker Stag enemies that you'll find in the game. And that's all I can say about that. I mean, it's not like I have much more information to offer anyway. Playing one of the enemies doesn't give me the full plot of the game, obviously, so... But even then, I don't want to comment just to make sure I don't break any NDAs. But I can say that I am actually one of the enemies you'll kill in God of War Ragnarok. So you'll be killing me a lot. Woo! That's pretty dope, though. That's never in a million years did I think I'd be in the sequel of one of my favorite games of all time. The Anomaly says YongYea is in RE4 but won't disclose information. LOL. That's all I can say. That doesn't imply anything. Literally, I cannot even say if I'm not in a game, you know what I mean? Because that might hint at something. Rhino1931, thoughts on the critical reaction to Gotham Knights? It's about what I expected.
Oh my!
Yeah, the reviews have not
Company?
been...
How on earth did you get in here? Oh, please don't fret. I have no intention of making a meal of you. Please call me the Duke. I am but a humble merchant.
This VR?
To lords and ladies,
RE Village VR is what this looks like.
priestesses. I do so strive to please my patrons. I hope we can become well acquainted. But of course it is not I who is on display here, but rather the wares on offer for you. I deal in all manner of commerce, but today I trade in knowledge. This place is a veritable hoard of information, gathered from all throughout the realms of man. The more hard-won the knowledge, the higher the price. But you look like you're well aware of the value of such things. Well, since we're here, I've got a few morsels I'd love to share with such a connoisseur. Please, take a gander.
A boy, Chris. What? World premiere. It does?
Happy half-birthday, Rose. I just want to find my daughter.
Ah, third person Resident Evil Village.
I'll always be there for you, no matter what.
It's cool that they're retroactively adding this. I know some people enjoy third person gameplay more. It's nice to have options.
You are my precious Rose.
And I didn't care. So long as we were together.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. I love you.
This chapter already came out, didn't it? The Rose Winter stuff, that's already... I haven't played it, if it's out.
Lost or afraid. Try to imagine what he might have said to me.
Oh, is it not out yet? Oh, huh. Why did I think it was already out? Oh, it's October 28th.
Your imminent demise
Okay, so soonish.
is inevitable.
I love you, but I won't let anything happen to Rose.
I've got this.
Oh, this looks like it's out of Final Fantasy or something, that last shot. Oh, there we go. 10/28. All right. So a week away.
I'm Kento Kinoshita, the director of the Winter's expansion.
They're taking their time before showing RE4, huh?
Ethan gave his life to protect Rose. And in the end, you see how she's grown.
Why is Rose 16 years old?
What kind of person is 16-year-old Rose?
Because 16 years have
That's
passed.
what we wanted to explore, so we decided to have her at that age in this expansion.
You said you had something important to tell me?
She's trying to get rid of her unwanted powers. But to do that, she is forced to return to the origin of her misfortune.
Sargaster says
We thought that
16
concept
times the
had
age.
a lot of potential for an interesting story. So the setting this time is the realm of consciousness, going back one more time to that village. The word
realm of
nightmare
consciousness.
is synonymous with fear. For instance, if you've ever had a childhood fever that caused a nightmare, even if they only last for an instant, like the feeling of being attacked by a giant doll, or something else similarly so completely unrealistic, can remain as a fragment of a memory for the rest of your life. I wanted the core of the feeling of fear to come from the kind of memories and nightmares that still haunt people to this day.
I think the giant fetus took care of that, so you're good on that front.
We wanted to choose characters that would interest people who didn't play the Mercenaries mode, but would be interested in playing a different type of character.
Yes.
There are characters called Lords, and playing as them allows you to perform
they know.
amazing skills and attacks that a regular human could not. Being able to play them was more fun, so that's why we chose those characters.
Oh my, yes. Apparently they had to slightly adjust Dimitrescu's height for gameplay, which I'm a little upset about, but she still seems pretty tall.
If a player doesn't finish off an enemy, it will chase after the player. We
Cole
made
Kiddo
adjustments like
says-
this to raise the tempo and increase the fun of defeating enemy after enemy.
Lady D Mommy Simulator confirmed. I mean, hey. VR especially.
In an FPS, you experience the game world as if it's through your own eyes. So it can be incredibly scary to play a horror game from that perspective. There are some players out there who might find it too scary or experience motion sickness in the first-person perspective. They might not enjoy the FPS genre. So we wanted to make a third-person mode for those players, to enjoy the game to its fullest.
Hell, even for people who like first-person mode would
While
probably
there's still a sense
revisit
of
this game to
aversion
try it
and
in
fear
third
with
person.
a third-person perspective, when the player character dies, it doesn't feel as much like you yourself are dying. And you can enjoy playing it as a game to confront the fear that it creates, which is a very different experience. I think third-person mode is a perfect way for people to return to Resident Evil Village, as both a game and an experience. Wouldn't it be okay to show Ethan's face? We gave that question some thought. So even in third-person mode, if you try to turn the camera to see his face, Ethan will look away, and you're not quite able to get a good look.
Wow, Ethan.
Each of the 3 editions are
I mean,
interesting
somebody's
in their own
gonna
way, and we hope you really enjoy
extract the
expansion.
files, you know,
Please look
data
forward
mine
to it.
that shit.
Thank you.
Somebody's gonna post it online. Like it's that's a useless way of trying to prevent people
Now we have an amazing announcement for you. Starting today,
from
a
revealing
demo
Ethan's
for the
face.
third-person mode will be available. Here is the release date and platforms for the
Oh,
demo.
there's a demo. That's cool.
This demo can be played for a total of 60 minutes in third-person mode, or the previously existing first-person mode.
I think all Dimitrescu sections should be in first person, even in third person mode. Just saying. I think that's an important gameplay feature.
No, doesn't change anything.
Been a while since we fought together, Captain.
Doing nothing but recon's gotten me out of shape.
Let's have some fun, people.
Move out.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Is this oh no, copyright. I think it sounds like one of those copyright songs. Yeah, no, it's absolutely a copyright song. I'm gonna keep the volume super low for this and kind of talk over it. This has worked actually in past streams where I trick the algorithm. This is not that important of a game anyway, in my opinion. So I guess they're introducing Chris Redfield. Is that what it is? Reverse, yeah, okay.
Resident Evil RE-Verse is free content
RE-Verse.
for those who own Resident Evil Village or Resident Evil Village Gold Edition. This game has crossplay, and you can fight players across all platforms.
It's like a multiplayer
Those who
PvP
already own
situation.
Resident Evil Village will be able to participate in the early access period starting October 24th. Additionally, updates are planned for Resident Evil RE-Verse after
Oh no,
it has been
the
officially-
copyright music. They're talking over it though, so maybe that'll help. I don't know, whatever. I don't know, it could be interesting. If it's like free with Gold Edition or whatever, hell, why not give it a shot?
Resident Evil Village will be playable on even more platforms.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jeremy Sandmel, and I'm part of the GPU software team at Apple. During the keynote at our Worldwide Developers Conference, Capcom announced Resident Evil Village will be coming to the Mac later this year, and will take full advantage of the power and performance of Apple Silicon.
Hey, more platforms.
We couldn't be more
It's not a bad
excited
thing.
that the game will be available to Mac users around the world beginning Friday, October 28th. Resident Evil Village is the first project based on Capcom's RE engine to support the Mac, and runs natively on Apple Silicon. And since the game is optimized to take advantage of Metal 3 features like Metal Effects upscaling, gameplay is incredibly responsive, with high frame rates and beautiful visuals. This means that every Mac, from MacBook Air to Mac Studio, will be able to play Resident Evil Village with ease. Stay tuned for more information soon.
Some people were saying, who uses Mac? Plenty of people, actually. It's a significant portion of the computer market. So.
And I am Yonatani from Ubitus.
It is a great honor.
But whether
to be
people use
taking
Mac to
part in
game,
this
that's a whole
global
other
project
story.
of
Usually
the
people
Resident Evil franchise on cloud with
use Mac
Capcom.
for creative
With
purposes
the
like
launch of the cloud
Photoshop and
version,
video editing
not
and all
only
these
fans
things.
from Japan, but from all over the world.
But usually not
can
for
play
gaming.
the game on Nintendo Switch without thinking about the download time.
The application size is small, but the users can experience smooth gameplay of
Oh,
up
the
to
cloud
60
version?
FPS while playing it in multiple modes that Nintendo Switch offers, such as TV mode, tabletop mode, and handheld mode.
It is great to be able to focus on the gameplay without thinking about storage space or the download time. You can also check your network environment by playing the demo before you pre-order or purchase the game.
Okay, but how much is it?
The
This
game
better
can
be a
pre-ordered or
significantly reduced
purchased
price.
after you play the demo.
A cloud-only
This is to
version?
make sure that those who are playing a cloud game for the first time or may have concerns can test it and enjoy the game.
With 5G mobile network technology being so widespread recently, the barrier between installing the game and playing it on cloud is getting smaller and smaller.
We hope you will enjoy it and marvel at the technology of cloud gaming as well as its future through the release of Resident Evil Village Cloud.
It's $60?
Resident Evil Village Cloud will be
You're
available
kidding
on
me.
October
That's bullshit.
28th, and the winter's
Have they not
expansion
learned
DLC
from
will
Stadia's
follow on
mistakes?
December 2nd. Furthermore, RE2 Cloud will launch on November 11th, followed by the RE3 Cloud on
It better not
November
be
18th.
70.
And RE7 Cloud will be available on December
I don't know.
16th.
I don't know what the price is for sure. Somebody feel free to look it up. Let me actually see if I can look it up.
How delightful. Such delectable information ought to be savored. What's that? You want more? What a greedy thing you are. No, it's quite all right.
I think it's
love to
$50
see a
on
healthy
Switch.
Appetite. I'll do my best to sate your hunger. Come, have a look at this.
Maybe? I don't know. I'll look it up later. Oh, RE4 Remake.
Hello, everyone. I'm the producer of Resident Evil 4,
Let's
Yoshiaki
go.
Hirabayashi. I'm here today to deliver the newest information about the title. First, please enjoy this new gameplay footage.
Ooh, gameplay, you say? Now you're speaking my language. The atmosphere is already doing it for me. Man, Leon has greasy hair, doesn't he? Uses a lot of hair product, I can see.
Anyone home?
And this is third person. Ooh. This is looking good. Un forastero!
Hey. I read you. What's your situation?
His situation is not good, ladies and gentlemen. Not good.
What was that? No fucking way.
Ugh. The way the head's twisted. Ah, that's so gross and cool. Ah, show me some sweet, sweet Leon melee kicks. Ooh, there's some, like, stealthing going on. God, these graphics.
Bruce, this is Condor 1.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
President's daughter, Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
Something's happened to the people here. My escorts are... Gotta go. Talk later.
Ah, the village. Oh no! Holy shit! Ah, el español.
For the repairs later.
He said something con nosotros. The kick's back. The chat's mentioning. Okay, this looks good, man. Ooh, man. I remember that guy. Wow, a lot of the traversal stuff happening here looks super, super good. Combat's looking... Oh. Whoa. What? This is so sick. Okay.
What did you think?
All right.
As you just saw, we are paying respect to the original game's world while implementing new ideas and state-of-the-art graphics to strengthen the core concepts of the title. We think this
Can a
game
gun
will provide a fresh experience.
last
with
that
the
long
sense
against a
of
chainsaw?
familiarity if you played the original, that both newcomers and veterans to Resident Evil 4 will enjoy.
No fucking way.
The Ganados will have all new
No
ways to
suplex,
attack.
says
They are closing in on
somebody in the
Leon
chat.
during his mission, and will
We
attack
haven't-
with an
we haven't seen
even
everything.
greater variety of methods than
I
in
hope the suplex
original
is back.
release.
The kick?
Leon fights back with firearms, close combat maneuvers, a newly added parry using his knife, and more.
That's... Oh, wait. Oh, he took out his own knife. But still, it's against the chainsaw,
Resource
right?
management and upgrade
Either way, who
elements
cares about
are
realism? It's
critical
Resident
for
Evil.
survival. Just as in the original,
Ah,
using the
yes.
attaché case effectively will be key. In addition to managing
what
the
I want.
weapons and items you carry and synthesizing herbs, this also allows you to craft ammunition and other items.
This is a proper showcase. They're showing a lot.
Over here, stranger.
Yes!
Of course, we can't forget the
What are you
merchants.
buying?
You can purchase weapons and items and customize them to suit your playstyle.
Say it.
We've also added a trade mechanic where rare gems you've collected.
Is it not
can
the
be
same voice
exchanged
actor?
for special
Doesn't have
items.
quite the punch.
You can't go wrong with that.
Doesn't have quite the
We are
grittiness of the
rebuilding
original.
The original game, while respecting its core experience, adding new ideas, and modernizing the playfield. Now I'd like to share
Not the same
some
people
new
are saying.
information
But hey, the
regarding
merchant's
this
back.
product's release. We announced that Resident Evil 4 will also be available on PlayStation 4, in addition to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S, and PC.
Oh?
The PlayStation 4 version can be upgraded to the PlayStation 5 digital version at no additional cost.
Good. Thumbs up.
I'd like to introduce two other editions we are preparing for players looking for more than the standard edition.
Is there a Switch cloud version?
The first is the Deluxe Edition.
Oh, no,
which
these
will
are
be
just different
available
editions.
for
Okay.
all platforms. This includes additional content such as costumes, special weapons, a treasure map, and more.
Wow. These are some edgy looking...
Next is the physical-only Collector's Edition. This edition includes the contents of the Deluxe Edition, as well as a Leon figure, a special map, art book, soundtrack, and more. Also, pre-orders start today. If you pre-order the Standard Edition, you'll receive the attaché case gold.
Oh my God, we're
and
gonna need a
special
chart for
charm
this.
handgun ammo. If you pre-order the Deluxe Edition or Collector's Edition, you'll receive the Standard Edition pre-order bonuses, as well as attaché case classic and special charm green herb.
Okay.
If you pre-order the
Oh my
digital
God.
version on the PlayStation Store,
Are you
you'll
kidding me?
receive a mini soundtrack. You can secure these bonuses by pre-ordering Resident Evil 4. Thank you for watching so
right.
far. We are working hard to create a game that everyone will enjoy. So please, look forward to it. Before I go, we have one more update for you. Let's take a look.
One more thing you say. Okay, you're Spanish. Something about paradise. Oh, it's just like another trailer, I guess.
You're here looking for someone? Maybe. Some missing señorita?
Ashley, where are you?
Your soul requires cleansing.
Ashley Graham, are you in here?
Just let me go.
Listen,
Take that as a yes. Damn, Leon.
I'm hearing the president's orders and
What is that? What do we do?
The last lambs are escaping.
we need to go. I'm gonna get you home safe.
You can stop right there.
Ada.
That's my girl.
What are you doing here?
My faithful disciple will show her the path.
Ah, I remember that guy.
Ashley, run! The entire world shall be filled with these graves.
What's happening to me?
Now, abandon your body.
Leave the girl. She's lost no matter what.
Now that he has chosen death.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
What's going on there? All right. Is that it? I think that's it.
Did you enjoy the Resident Evil showcase?
Why, yes. Yes, I
Let's
did.
recap. First, Resident Evil Village Gold Edition.
Mainly
launches
interested in
on
RE4
Friday,
Remake and
October
what they
28th.
showed.
If you
Looking
already
very
own
promising.
Resident Evil Village, you could purchase the Winter's Expansion DLC separately. The Winter's Expansion includes 3 additional modes. The third-person mode, so you can enjoy the main game in a new perspective. The powered up, the Mercenaries Additional Orders, and the new story campaign, Shadows of Rose. Oh, yes, a demo for the third-person mode will be available today. Don't forget, the early access period for Resident Evil RE-verse begins October 24th for all owners of Village.
Alex Henkel
Resident
says,
Evil
no
Village
Krauser.
Cloud,
Good point,
playable
but
on Nintendo Switch via a cloud service.
sure they're
will
keeping
be
some cards
available
close to their
starting
chest.
October 28th. Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, and Resident Evil 7 are also coming to Nintendo Switch via cloud at a later date. Also, the Mac
right.
version of Resident Evil Village will be released on October 28th. The newest entry in the series, Resident Evil 4, will release on Friday, March 24th, 2023, and you can pre-order it today. We hope you look forward to it. Thank you very much for watching.
Okay. So, RE4 Remake. Some stuff, very familiar. Some stuff they're clearly like changing around. A lot of new mechanics that they added. Definitely looks and feels a lot more modern. But they're retaining, I feel like, enough of like the original visual aesthetic. Obviously, its general beats in terms of how the story develops. Though there are also some things that they're definitely changing around.
I do hope I'll see you again. I'll strive to prepare a suitably satisfying stock of goods.
Is there anything else? I think that's just a little outro. Okay. All right. I am pretty satisfied with what I'm seeing of RE4 so far. Let's see. What do you all think? I know I missed some super chats. Let me see. Let's see if I can find them. Let's see. The Iron Minotaur. You thought this was going to be a simple showcase? Yong, don't you want to hear about the Super Ultrasonic Mega Edition that has 16 times the detail as the superior Ultima Edition that we didn't tell you? God, yeah, no, that was a lot to keep in mind. Basically, if you pre-order certain editions, you'll get different. I don't know. Y'all look it up. I'm not in the mood to detail different editions and what they come with. Poise says was wondering if you think RE4 really needed a remake, and if you think they'll make a remake of Code Veronica. I wouldn't say RE4 would be my top priority in terms of what Resident Evil game needs a remake. You know what I mean? Code Veronica, I think, would be an interesting prospect for a remake, but I also am not complaining that an RE4 remake exists, because I think the game is... when the original game came out, it's old enough that I'm like... It's not utterly inconceivable that RE4 has a remake. Let's see, it came out... release date, original. 2005, so it's been a bit. Yeah, it's actually... Man, 2005. Yeah, it's a decent amount of time. 15. So it's like, yeah, it's been like over 15 years. So, am I getting over 15? Yeah, it's been like 17 years. So I'd say, given how much time has passed, But the fact that some people are even questioning whether RE4 needs a remake goes to highlight how well the original RE4 holds up. Like, it's still got dated elements. It's still, like, by modern standards, a little clunkier than it should be and all these things. But it's still, like, good enough where people are like, I'd be okay never seeing a remake. But the fact that a remake is here, I'm not complaining about either. You know what I mean? Like, it's not outside the realm of possibility that RE4 would get a remake. But yeah, we'll see if Code Veronica gets remade. I want to see more Claire Redfield. You know, she hasn't gotten enough love. So I mean, generally, what do you guys think of what you saw? Yeah, I mean, for the most part, people seem to be happy with what was shown of RE4 remake. A couple people are saying it's disappointing. You know, you're free to feel however you need to feel or want to feel. The dialogue won't be as soulful, says Dio Damke. Or Damke? Sorry, I don't know. But, yeah, I will say, at least where the merchant is concerned, I don't know, not feeling quite as punchy as the original salesman. You know, that, what are you buying? You know, that grittiness in his voice. I missed it. But with all said and done, you know, I think we're just so used to what the original did that, especially when it comes to things like the vocal performances and all these things, like it's just going to sound different. You know, there's just no avoiding it. I just hope that once we play through the whole game, you know, we'll get used to the vibes that these voices give off, and we can hopefully just still ultimately enjoy the experience. But no, I understand when some people are like, some of the things just don't sound familiar, you know, because it isn't. It is a remake after all. Kaiten Black says, OG VAs, we're hot? I mean, they very talented and cool and delivered perfectly. But yeah, I mean, you know, they can't just reuse old dialogue for the remake because so much context has changed. And then, like, the old voice actors or the original voice actors, you know, maybe they don't sound different 17 years later. You know what I mean? So they had to recast because the voices just sound, you know, different over time. So I imagine they went with something that would still have that youthful energy of the original voice actors while going in their own direction. And it is a remake, so, you know, some stuff will change. Pavel Gerasimov says, better RE4 remake rather than The Last of Us Part 1, but still waiting for Bloodborne. Bloodborne. That's the top priority for me, which is, like, not as old as Resident Evil 4, but, oh, God. Bloodborne's just, at the very least, a 60 FPS patch. I don't even care about the graphics because Bloodborne already looks really good. It's just, if it can just, like, upscale the resolution a little bit and then add 60 FPS, that's it. That's all you need. But if they can do, like, a proper remaster or remake, I mean, I wouldn't be against that either. It's just Bloodborne needs, it's been, when did Bloodborne come out? 2015 or something? I want to make sure. Bloodborne release date. Yeah, 2015. So it's been 7 years, and we haven't heard any rumblings of a potential sequel. We haven't heard any plans for a patch, even though the hardware now is modern enough that you could definitely run Bloodborne at 60 FPS. I just hope they do something with the IP because it's so sorely missed. You know, I do think Bloodborne's going to blow up if they re-release it in an enhanced way. Saiyan689 says, wonder if the weapon upgrade system will return for RE4, I presume. I mean, a lot of those, like, upgrade systems and mechanics and, you know, inventory and all these things, they're sticking to what the original did. So I feel like there is definitely going to be a weapon upgrade system of sorts that will harken back enough to the original game that I think we'll be pleased with it. Is my prediction, but can't say for sure. Spitfire Z, as a developer, I don't really see cloud being a large part of the industry in the future, at least not for the average consumer. I'm curious what your take is on the matter. I do think cloud being a companion to local hardware gaming is fine. I just hope there isn't this effort to completely replace local hardware gaming. I think the two can coexist. And sometimes when you're not at home, maybe you're away, you can, play it in the cloud if the internet infrastructure around you is good enough, and then come back home and play it locally where there's no input lag or the potential of disconnects or the potential of lag and stutters and visual artifacting and all these things. I think they can be great companions, which is how Xbox Game Pass is doing it, where you can, your progress carries across no matter whether you're playing on the Xbox or whether you're playing it on the cloud on whatever device. So in that sense, I think cloud can be integrated into gaming in a way where it can become more mainstream. I just don't think it'll ever replace completely local hardware gaming is my personal stance on it. But I do think, but yeah, mainly I think the global internet infrastructure has to catch up, because not everyone lives in a place or in a region where the internet connection is stable enough or at a reasonable speed or at a reasonable cap, because, like my data plan is limited to 1 terabyte. I can't do cloud gaming frequently lest I want to be overcharged every month, So there are a lot of things to overcome still when it comes to cloud gaming, but I do think it's going to find a place in the future of gaming. I just don't think it'll replace local hardware gaming ever entirely because of the benefits that local hardware gaming grant over cloud. But it's one of those, like, if you have the option to do both with one purchase, I think that's the ideal thing to put forth. TVGN 2000. Okay, I checked RE8's price on Switch. It's $40, but I don't know. It runs pretty poo-poo. Okay, $40. Okay, well, that's good. $40 is definitely better. I still think... I think it should be like $30, frankly. It's cloud only on the Switch. I guess it depends on how well it actually runs. It's hard to... RE8 on Switch, that's not... Is it out on... Is it already out on Switch? Or did they announce that it's going to come out? I forget. Hold on. Resident Evil 8. What's the release date on this thing? Release date. I guess it's already out. No. Oh, October 28th. There we go. I believe. Yeah, but anyway, I guess we'll have to test how well it works. And I guess, I don't know, have people tested RE7 on Switch and see how well it works? Either way, it's not, I don't know. For me, cloud gaming currently is not good enough where I'd deem that as an ideal complete replacement. So I personally would not get the cloud version on Switch. If you have a Steam Deck, get it on PC or get it on consoles. But, I mean, for some folks, all they have is a Switch and they want to take their game on the go. So it's an option, I'm just glad it is, at the very least, significantly cheaper. Arbiter117, we are all still waiting for that Resident Evil 1 remake, LOL. Yeah, Resident Evil 1 did technically already have a remake. So maybe Capcom's deeming that not worth making another remake of. But... with the new RE engine and third-person over-the-shoulder camera formula, maybe they could do something with RE1. Who knows? But I don't know. The RE1 old remake is still pretty good, so I'm not super desperate for an RE1 remake personally. Code Veronica could be a good one. But I think that is where I'll leave it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Overall, I'm thinking Resident Evil 4 Remake is looking pretty damn good. It's probably going to do pretty well come launch. I think this is going to be one of the better selling Resident Evil games because people know the legacy of RE4, and this remake is looking like they're so far doing RE4 justice. But only time will tell. Oh, thank you, Spitfire Z, for joining the YongYea channel as a member. Really appreciate that. Ramnik Mik says, when is the stream starting? It's already ended. You're going to have to rewind. But, yeah, that's that, folks. As always, appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And look forward to future streams where I'll react and comment on news and goings-ons. With that, I will see you guys next time. Yong out. Peace, and thank you.